Hello, and welcome back again to your 40-day journey. This is day number 10, and we're going to be talking about the parable of the lamp. We can find this parable in the book of Mark, chapter 4, verses 21 and 25. And we're going to jump right on it, okay? And this is what it says. Verse 21, he also gave them this parable. It says, no one lights a lamp only to place it under a basket or under the bed. It is meant to be placed on a lampstand. For there is nothing that is hidden that won't be disclosed, and there is no secret that won't be brought out into the light. If you understand what I'm saying, you need to respond. Then verse 24 says this, then he said to them, be diligent to understand the meaning behind everything you hear, for as you do, more understanding will be given to you. And according to your longing or to understand, much more will be added to you. For those who listen with open hearts will receive more revelation, and those who listen with closed hearts will lose what little they think they have. Now, one thing that we need to understand here, and I forgot to talk about this in my Spanish video, is why did Jesus use the lamp as an example in this parable? And it is because to the Jewish people, the Torah is supposed to be a lamp that lights up their lives, that lights up their understanding. So he's telling them that, basically confronting them, that who lights up a lamp and put it under a basket or under the table? That's what he's telling them, and they're feeling confronted with this. And should we as well, because he has given us understanding, he has given us revelation, and many times we don't do what we're supposed to do. That's what Paul used to say. You know, I don't do what I'm supposed to do, and I do what I don't need to do. Okay? So basically, we're contrary to everything that the Lord is telling us, and that has to do with our with the pressures that we have in our lives. It has to do with the pride that we continue to have sometimes, and the Lord is trying to teach us to give it all away, to let go of all those things. And here we are receiving a word that is so important to our lives, because we're supposed to be shining the light that He's given to us. We're supposed to be shining for Him here on earth, so that other people may see us the way we see Him. And that is what the Lord is trying to do today. Now, He's telling us that we need to respond to this if we do understand. To respond is to let go of those things and say, yes, I am going to do. I'm going to do what is correct. I am going to do what you're teaching me to do. And that is what the Lord is giving us today. Now, He's also telling us to be diligent, to be quick on learning and understanding, because if we do that, then everything that we do is going to continue to be in the light, not in the dark. Now, when we decide to hide things, He's telling us in this parable that nothing is gonna maintain to be hidden. It's going to come out to the light regardless of what we do, regardless of the plans that we do, regardless of the things that we say. Everything is bound to come out to the light. So think about that every time that you make a decision, okay? Now, for those who listen with open hearts, much will be given to them. And it's amazing, because the Lord keeps repeating these same phrases in many parts of the Gospels, where He is telling some people, I don't know if you remember in one of our first videos, He was telling these Jewish people, the religious leaders, that He came to make people blind. And you may say, how is that? Because He's saying that He wants to come and allow people who are blind to see, and those who see, they're going to make Him blind. And here, basically, He's saying that those people that think they know Allah, He's going to take that away from them and give it to the ones that don't understand much. And that's the reason why we come to the realization that we need to have the posture of our heart. How our heart is thinking and how our heart is acting is what the Lord is concerned about. Okay? Now, Isaiah 60 and verse 1 says this: Rise up in splendor and be radiant, for your light has dawned, and the Lord's glory now streams from you. This is amazing. This is amazing how the Lord is giving us that light and we are reflecting that light in the world. How we are reflecting that light in our families and our co-workers and in the streets. Everywhere we go, we should be reflecting the light. Proverbs 4:18 says this: But the lovers of God walk on the highway of light, and their way shines brighter and brighter until the perfect day. And the perfect day is noon. Basically, when the sun is shining down completely on you, no sideways from the different ways from the morning or the afternoon, when he shines completely over you. And this is what Paul is talking about, that we're going to come to that perfection. I also believe that the perfection is the day that we're going to meet the Lord, because we come to be as perfect as he wants us to be. Now, the work that is being done in us is the Lord doing that work in us, and we need to be faithful to that work. Okay? Now, the thought that we need to keep in mind here is that light isn't meant to impress. Isn't meant to impress other people, isn't meant to impress your family. It's meant to reveal who you are and the truth of Jesus Christ that is in you. That is what light is supposed to be doing. No use for the world. Okay? We need to use it for the kingdom here on earth. Now, the focal point for this parable is it is that Jesus asked a simple question. And he says, hey, why are you lighting up a lamp and putting it underneath the basket or underneath the bed? Why are you doing that? And the question, the answer is that, in other words, light fulfills its purpose by being seen. And we need to be seen on this world. We need to be seen who we are in the Lord, who we are in the Lord for our family, for our future generations, because when they see who we are, they're gonna emulate that character that we have, the character of the Lord. Okay? Now, I was talking about the posture of your heart. How is your heart posture today in regards to this parable? Now, Matthew 5:8, the Sermon on the Mount, once again, he talks about the pure in heart. Okay? Purity of heart is clarity of intention. Purity of heart is clarity of intention, and it is living without divided motives. We need to be living without divided motives. We need to have one motive, and that is to live for the Lord. Not to live for the Lord and the world. Not to live for the world and doing this thing here because, it's in a gray area. No, the Lord wants us to have one motive. He wants us to have one way of thinking. Okay? Now, Proverbs 4:18 in another translation says this: the path of the just is as the shining light. Okay? What is revealed is what is real. What is revealed is what is real. And we need to keep our mind on that. Now, our invitation for today, for you who is watching this video, this is what we want to invite you for. This isn't about visibility. This is about honesty. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and understand that if you don't start having this relationship with the Lord, your life is going to be very hard. Tell me how it's been until now. Give it a try. All you have to do is try one time, and the Lord will come into your life and he will change everything that needs to be changed. It's going to be hard, because remember, we talked about it yesterday. Change is one of the hardest things for human beings to adapt to. But you know what? That change, when it comes from the Lord, is going to be your salvation. Okay? Because hidden faith eventually will dim. Okay? And we don't want that. We want to live our faith being illuminated by the Lord. Okay? Now, the reflection that we want to tell you about today, these questions that you need to work on for a couple of minutes at least, is what is going to help you understand even more. Remember, how your heart is positioned, and how much you desire to learn, He is going to give you more. So if you take a few more minutes to listen or to reflect on these questions, I am sure that you are going to be able to understand even more. Now, the first question is, where do I hide what God is doing in me? Second question, do I fear being seen or misunderstood? Third question, what motives shape how I live my faith? And the last question, what would it look like to live more openly and authentically? So with that, I want to leave you to it. Please take the very few minutes of your life to do this, and those minutes are going to multiply for you today. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.